The Roman Empire, the most powerful civilization in history. Its legions conquered continents, its cities glimmered with wealth, and its emperors ruled with absolute authority. But behind the glory was a series of devastating mistakes, failures so great that they brought this mighty empire crashing to the ground. Today, we uncover the top 5 greatest failures of the Roman Empire, and how they sealed Rome's fate forever. 1. Political corruption and weak leadership. Rome's first and greatest enemy wasn't an army, it was itself. After the golden age of emperors like Augustus, corruption and betrayal consumed the empire. Emperors rose and fell at alarming speed, often assassinated by their own guards or toppled by political rivals. The Praetorian Guard, once Rome's protectors, became kingmakers, selling the throne to the highest bidder. Bribery, plots, and civil wars tore apart the leadership, leaving the empire unstable. Instead of unity, Rome drowned in chaos at the very top. 2. Economic collapse and heavy taxation. While Rome expanded, so did its appetite for wealth. But the empire's economy was built on a fragile foundation, slavery. When expansion slowed, so did the supply of slaves, leaving farms and industries in decline. To fund endless wars and luxury, emperors debased the currency, melting silver coins into worthless metal. Inflation skyrocketed. Citizens were crushed under brutal taxes, while the elite escaped responsibility. The empire that once symbolized prosperity turned into a land of despair, where poverty and famine stalked its people. 3. Military overstretch and barbarian invasions. Rome's greatest pride, the legions, became one of its biggest burdens. At its peak, the empire stretched from Britain to the Middle East. But the longer the borders grew, the harder they became to defend. Germanic tribes, the Huns and the Visigoths, smashed through Rome's defenses. In 410 AD, the unthinkable happened. The city of Rome itself was sacked. Citizens who once believed their empire was eternal watched their capital burn as foreign armies marched through its streets. The Roman war machine was too stretched, too exhausted, and too divided to fight back. 4. Division of the empire, east and west. To save Rome, Emperor Diocletian made a fateful decision in 285 AD. He split the empire in two. The Eastern Roman Empire, with its wealthier cities and stronger defenses, would survive as Byzantium for nearly another 1,000 years. But the Western Roman Empire, with Rome itself at its heart, grew weaker and weaker. Instead of uniting against enemies, the empire wasted energy competing with itself. Division weakened Rome's soul and made its fall inevitable. 5. The final fall of Rome, 476 AD. After centuries of decline, corruption, and defeat, Rome faced its final humiliation in 476 AD. The last emperor, Romulus Augustulus, ironically named after Rome's legendary founder, was deposed by a barbarian chieftain named Odoacer. No legions marched to save him. No senators rose in his defense. The eternal city had fallen with a whimper. 1,000 years of power had crumbled, and the Roman Empire was no more. Rome didn't collapse in a single moment. It collapsed through failure after failure, political corruption, economic collapse, military overstretch, division, and finally, defeat. The story of Rome is more than history. It's a warning. Even the mightiest empires can fall, not from outside enemies alone, but from the mistakes within.